Take this job and shove it.
Hey, we're back. I am Mike Baumgartner, your Work-Life Survival Sage, and this is Jobcast Radio, and the holidays are coming at us like a freight train. And there are some things that I always want to touch base on. You know, parties are coming up. Just a quick word to you. If you like to enjoy spirits at a company picnic, you like an adult beverage at a company party, let me just advise you, if you destroy your career, it's your own damn fault. Always remember that the boss's wife, although cute and probably flirting with you, don't. Okay? It is amazing. I've been in HR for more than 20 plus years, and I can't tell you, I have not been through a company party where I haven't had to end up probably firing somebody because of absolutely stupid behavior at a company picnic or company party. Watch what you wear. If it's a formal event, that's fine, but do not, just don't invite trouble. Remember, you're still at work at a company party, and no matter how badly the boss is telling you to lighten up and get with the flow, let him or her destroy themselves. Don't get into the mess. Now is not the time to air your grievances. Now is not the time to have a couple of drinks and tell the boss what you really think of him. Now is not the time to get loose-lipped. Don't do it. And if you really have to do it, well, that's fine. Welcome to the unemployed. Hey, there's 1 in 10 of us just like you who are out of a job. And if you want to do that, knock yourself out. Now, another thing, gift buying at work. And a lot of people love to do this. Love to give gifts to their coworkers and things like that. There's always a Secret Santa. People love Secret Santa. Most people don't like a Secret Santa. But so what do you do? What do you get? What's an appropriate gift for your boss? What's an appropriate gift for somebody you don't know who just happens to be in the department and you just happen to get their name in a swap? That's tough. That is very, very tough. But there are some decent gift ideas that are out there. Some good old-fashioned standards that are always good and things you might want to think about. Especially if you're shopping for your boss, it is. If you know your boss well, if you know something that they love, it's always good to give them a little something that goes along with it. If he or she plays golf, if they're into tennis, if they like a particular kind of music, then you can always kind of do something like that. And if you buy something they already have, they're not going to tell you. And it shows that you thought about them and what they like or dislike. But if you don't know anything about them, then you need to be really, really safe. Some of the things that I would suggest that you avoid, regardless of your own personal beliefs, I wouldn't go and buy something that has any kind of religious significance, anything that is attached to marital status or any kind of... If you don't know somebody really, really well, even though it is Christmas, you may not want to go and get a Christian item. I know some people who would go out and they'd buy, little silver crosses for people. It's a very nice gift, and it expresses yourself and your beliefs, and I believe in that, and I think that's wonderful. However, there have been times when I've had to pull somebody aside and tell people, you offended some people because they just happen to not believe what you believe. Yes, I get it's Christmas. Yes, I understand that, but be careful of what you're doing. And for those of you of the faith, by all means, take the opportunity to talk to individuals about it, witness to them, spread your beliefs in an appropriate manner, which means not necessarily at the workplace. I know it's frustrating. Just be careful about that. But things that are fairly generic that you can get for your boss and other people that are still acceptable. Number one, spirits. And what do I mean? A nice bottle of wine, bourbon, brandy, not a big one, is a fine gift. It is not something that hopefully they're not going to open the bottle and start drinking it there at the office, but it is still considered to be an acceptable gift, especially for your boss. If your boss appreciates fine cigars, And I know and most of our places are non-smoking environments, but if you happen to know that somebody likes a good cigar, go and do that. It's not an expensive gift, and it's actually kind of classy, kind of a nice thing to do. So something you might want to think about. If the person you're shopping for, is a professional individual, there's all kinds of professional books, things that are for self-development. Be careful. Always think about what message you may convey. I had somebody who gave me as a holiday gift the Complete Human Resources Guide for Dummies. I thought it was funny, but people in the HR department thought that I had been openly insulted in front of everybody. I got the joke. Some people didn't. So think about it. If you're going to get a book, there are a lot of different decent books that are out there. Another neat and interesting gift, portable speakers for a person's computer is not a bad thing, or for their iPhone or their iTouch, especially if they're a gadget kind of person. There are some neat little desk gadget things that you can get for somebody, whether it's an executive decision maker, things like that. Don't get something that's too big. Don't get something that you think the person will feel obligated to put on their desk or on their walls. Get them something that they can take home. That way, if they don't like it, they can throw it away. But don't corner your boss or a coworker by giving them something that they're going to feel you are expecting them to put up in their wall, in their office, or on their desk. Desk real estate, spaces on desks, tends to disappear rather quickly, and putting something on there, I wouldn't advise to do it. Now, if you're a boss and you're buying things for your employees, doubly think about things like that. Don't obligate your employees to have something that puts on their desk. Don't go handing the same book out to everybody because you think it'd be a good development opportunity for them. Yes, I get it. Probably everybody could benefit from reading Who Moved My Cheese, but handing it to everybody as a gift, it shows no thought. It shows just put some thought behind it. Honestly, if your gift looks like there was some thought behind it, that you at least made an attempt to know a little bit about the person, then do that. Scarves, gloves, those are nice. Steaks. Omaha Steaks has some very reasonably priced stuff. Everybody loves a good steak. Just make sure they're not a vegetarian. But honestly, if you gave it to a vegetarian and you didn't know, you're probably going to be okay with that. Tie travel cases for somebody's tie. Don't get somebody a tie. You don't know somebody's taste. You don't want to go that way. If you can afford it, magazine subscriptions are always good. There are professional periodicals, Wall Street Journal, Forbes, things like that. That's always a really neat kind of gift. Tickets to a game, a concert, a show, because then you're giving an experience. You can go to Ticketmaster.com or some of the other ticket providers. Well, Ticketmaster kind of owns the market, don't they? Tickets to a game, show, local baseball club or so. Especially if they've got kids or something like that. That's a neat little game, and it's not that expensive. A neat little gift. Hands-free headset, especially, if you've got somebody who's always on the phone. And there's some reasonably priced ones you might want to take a look at as well. Those are neat gifts. Another gift that I think is really neat, and it'll drive your HR people crazy, which to me is a bonus. Most companies have you are not allowed to have an open flame in your office kind of rule. And that makes sense. You knock over a candle and you end up setting the building on fire. I get that. But I am seeing more and more of these candle warmers, which is essentially a very nice little lamp that you basically aim at a candle and it melts the wax on it. It's the same as though you have lit the candle, and it smells things up really nicely. That is to me, a fairly clever gift that you might want to give to somebody, especially if they're into having an office that is scented and stuff. Now, please be careful. Again, know your person. Inevitably, if you give somebody one of these scented candle warmers and they use it and somebody has allergies to whatever candle it is, then HR has a freak show. But a candle warmer, neat idea. If you got any other ideas, you give me a shout. Mike Baumgartner, jobcastradio.com. Give me a call, 304-867-4142. And tell you what, give me a shout if somebody's given you a gift that you thought was absolutely horrific. I'd love to hear that story as well. You can also shoot me an email, mike@jobcastradio.com. You'll find me on Facebook. You'll find me on Twitter. And we'll be back right after this break.
Take this job and shut it.